Hi there watch fans. Today I have a review of a new watch of sorts. Some people won't agree with me here, but it is a watch. It is the Apple Watch Sport 42mm Space Grey version Series 2. This is the second gen version of Apple Watch. Main differences being this has a GPS unit inside, so for those of you that run, hike, generally go walkies of long distances and like to see where you've been and record that distance, this is the watch for you. Most importantly, this watch has water resistance of 50 meters, which means that it is certified for swimming and you are not in danger of wrecking what is an extremely small but expensive piece of kit. Series 1, like I say, is splash resistant, so this one gives you a hell of a lot more security. In terms of the water resistance capability, the unit is locked off from water, so Apple apparently developed a whole new bunch of seals and adhesives to deal with the water resistance issues. The only problem they had was in and around the speaker. As some of you may be aware, to produce noise a speaker needs air, and to lock that off was simply just not possible in terms of having the capability of water resistance. So what did Apple do? They decided to lock that point off behind the speaker. So the idea being that the speaker system can be filled with water. It obviously won't get into the rest of the components, but once you've got water in there, how do you get it out? Again, here you just press your, you do just press the water button there, and once you've finished doing whatever water-based exercises you wish, you then just turn the digital crown. The watch makes those noises, which effectively ejects water from the speaker system, and your watch is then back to normal usage and the speaker's working and functioning properly. In terms of the functionality, we've got watchOS 3. I'm not really sure what the main differences are, other than you have the ability to now have some new faces on the watch. Again, it's still got the heart rate sensor. The main thing I've noticed with watchOS 3 was this smart little app, which is Breathe. Now, Breathe is a mindfulness app, which is pretty much, I suppose, a way of de-stressing during the day, and you can set through the crown as to how long you wish to de-stress for, up to 5 minutes. And with the haptic system, and the sounds, it sort of helps you get into a routine of breathing and exhaling quite deeply, and giving you, I suppose, a sense of well-being and mindfulness. I've used it a couple of times at work. I don't particularly get stressed out, or I don't think I do anyway, but I did find it was quite nice. You sort of come out of that breathing exercise feeling a little bit more focused, and it certainly is a good reminder to get away from the emails and the phone calls. Just take a moment for yourself, basically. Again, the watch faces are all customizable, so you can either do that on the watch itself by holding down, and then customizing. Alternatively, you can do it within the app itself on your phone. Battery life on this, the official Apple documentation says that it has 18-hour battery life. This is a watch that I wear for work. I regularly put it on around about 6 AM. I come home about 6:30, and I go to bed at around about 10:30, 11 o'clock. When I head off to bed and I whack it back onto its charger, I've generally got about 65% of battery left, and I do use this watch during the day. I take phone calls on it, I look at my emails, I obviously read my messages, and I get news notifications on it. So it's not lightly used, it's not excessively used, but just with regular everyday use, without having to watch the battery, I've still got well over half of the battery left. So in terms of its difference between Series 1 and Series 2, I don't know why. Maybe I've just got a good watch, but this is a hell of a lot better than the Series 1, which I also owned and I got rid of primarily because it wasn't waterproof. I wasn't impressed with the battery life on that one. One of the other main things with this watch is the display. Apple made a great deal about this display. Apparently brightness is measured in nits, which I'm presuming is not the same as the nits that you get on your head, but this display has 1,000 nit resolution, or not resolution, 1,000 nit brightness, whereas the Series 1 had a brightness of 450 nits. So this is double the brightness, and apparently this is the brightest display that Apple have in their entire product line across watches, iPads, computer screens, desktops, the whole lot. In real world, this screen is fantastic. Like I say, I'm here in Australia. We're coming to the tail end of summer. We might even be out of summer now, but on a bright summer's Aussie day, this thing with the sun glaring on it, you can still clearly see the time. Yeah, other than that, fantastic watch, really tactile. The aluminium's beautifully finished. It's still got the same ION-X glass. It does have a second gen OLED screen on it, so it is, I presume because of the brightness component, they had to put a new screen on there. It has got a Force Touch, but like I say, really snappy, about 50% better processing power than the original Apple Series 1. But you know, say great watch if you want something that's super accurate. You're happy with you know, Apple products as well, and you're in their ecosystem, because you do need a phone with this. But it's yeah, it's a wonderful watch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the review, and if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments and I'll answer. And don't forget to subscribe. So thank you very much. Bye bye.